Dan Hannebery in the clear, while Steve Johnson and Chris Dawes are each offered a week. Welcome to Charge. Nathan Schmuck is here with me today. Nathan.
Hey, Matty.
Let's start with Hannebery on Michael Hurley. No charge. The panel says the Sydney player was contesting the ball.
Yeah, and I think that's right, Matty. If we have a look at the vision, they're both going after the footy. I think Dan Hannebery just does a better job here of protecting himself. Michael Hurley goes in, leads with the head, puts himself in a vulnerable position, and that's why he comes away from that second best. But I think the match review panel are right to say that Hannebery was contesting the ball and didn't have a realistic alternative.
Now, this is such a divisive incident already. Just on the way here to the studio, sent out a tweet and getting mixed responses from fans at the game. Fans, particularly Essendon fans, were very angry by the incident. Yep. Was it the right call in the cold, hard light of day? Well,
I think it was the right call, but I can see how this one would be divisive and how supporters, particularly Essendon supporters, would be up in arms about this, because it's a case that we've seen in the past get suspended and it's forceful front-on contact. But I think the key wording from the MRP was that he was contesting the ball and he didn't have a realistic alternative.
OK, now to Steve Johnson. He has had a busy day. He's been booked for headbutting Ryan Crowley. He has a poor record in carryover points, so it goes up to 2, comes back down to 1 with an early plea. Reckless, low impact and high contact. Yeah,
I don't see how Stevie J thought he could get away with this one. He maybe thought that it wouldn't have the impact that it did, but he just leans his head in there, makes contact to Ryan Crowley. You can see by the reaction of Ryan Crowley, he goes to ground, and I think that's genuine. And Stevie J rubbing his head as well, so it's, I think, pretty obvious that contact was made there and it was enough to give Stevie J the suspension.
And as we mentioned, his bad record certainly doesn't help him. Now, he was at the centre of attention in this game from an MRP perspective quite a lot. He was cleared over an incident with Michael Barlow, but he was also the victim of striking. Zac Clarke has been booked for this one. It's a week down to a reprimand with an early plea. Reckless, low impact and high contact.
Yeah, so just the victim here, Zac Clarke, of being a bit taller than Stevie J, and maybe the clumsiness that we associate with ruckman. So he's thrown his elbow back, maybe thought he was going to get Stevie J in the chest, but it's gone high, got him in the neck, the chin, that sort of region. So again, that's probably worthy of being cited by the MRP, given the force that made.
And a reprimand in the end, unlikely to challenge, you'd suggest?
I wouldn't have thought. I think Fremantle would take that and run.
All right, now, Melbourne's Chris Dawes has been charged with striking Richmond's Alex Rance. This one is 2 weeks down to 1 with an early plea. Reckless, medium impact and high contact.
Yeah, so if we look at the vision here, it's pretty obvious what Dawes is trying to do. He's seen the handball go over the top and knows that Rance is going to run on to that and maybe get a good, quick rebound. So he's tried to block Rance's run, but got him high. And the interesting thing here, I suppose, is it's been graded medium impact.
Yeah, that's the question mark. I don't think that that's medium impact, to be honest. Why do you think they've gone with that?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's divisive because I think Jack Viney was graded as medium impact when he went to the tribunal. So looking at that vision, it doesn't look like medium impact, but we have seen some vision down the ground where Rance does try to play on and he's dazed and he falls to the ground and then he's forced off the ground. So I think that's why the MRP's graded this medium impact, and they do take medical reports into consideration.
All right, so maybe that does give us some context. Now, finally, Nick Malceski, back to Friday night. The incident with umpire Troy Pennell. It was ridiculous, the reaction of the crowd booing Troy as he was taken off on a medicart. But from Malceski's perspective, he's in the clear.
Yeah, a bit of a tongue twister, but if I guess we look at the vision again and he's looking backwards, turns front on at the last moment and makes contact with the umpire there. And he also has a glance at the footy, so the surprising thing from my point of view is maybe the lack of awareness from Malceski, but definitely no malice in that.
No, but do you think he should have perhaps got a fine, Malceski?
Oh, that's an option, but I think if we look at it, he didn't know what he was doing, and it's probably, I guess, fair enough that he was in the position he was.
All right, there you go. Lots to talk about. Once again, you can join the conversation with us on Twitter. Thank you for that, Nathan. Much appreciated. Joel Bowden will be here tomorrow with the official word from the MRP. For now, thanks for watching.